What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is. We are back in the building. It's the brothers from BOTB, along with our family, our friend, our confidant, the beautiful Miss Venom Vixen. How are you today?
Oh, I thought y'all was bring y'all fancier now. I'm over here just typing on the computer. Normally, you invite people in. Y'all talk first a little bit. Excuse me while I get my share.
I mean,
How
it's
you
all too
doing?
good, man. You know, we trying to. What we say, Carolina, we always evolving.
I
We all
see.
man,
Well,
she act like she ain't never been here before. She acting real brand new,
nah,
like she a
y'all
real
know
guest.
y'all know he put us in the room and say, "I'm about to put you in the room, and then we gonna invite you in." That's what you normally say. Don't play with me.
Yeah. Okay. So we evolve. We gonna treat you differently from now on. You know what I'm saying? You're not a guest no more. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
We
You
gonna
in here like the
we gonna
furniture.
treat you like a real nigga. We gonna put
Okay.
you.
Okay. That's why I just put on my post. I'm about to act up tonight. So how about that?
Okay, well, why not? Why not? It's just as good a night as any other goddamn night.
I know that's right. I'm gonna go on here and plan me a damn kidnapping real quick.
Oh
On
my
it.
God!
Man, I think I
So it
might do a
starts.
live on y'all show, make it look real, real.
I mean, I got look. This is plausible dive. I can't even talk. The Jake's got me nervous. I don't know nothing about what she talking about, officers.
It's a deniability. Deniability.
Hold up.
Well, welcome again, man. It's been a little while since we've seen you, but not too long, because we try to keep each other in our purview.
For
You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure. Y'all come visit us. We come visit you. You know, had my guys through on the show, so it's a lovely day.
Indeed, indeed. What's been going on with you?
That is such a loaded question. I don't even like questions like that. Next.
Okay, what's been going on that you feel like releasing to the public?
Yo,
Mm.
third line, man. She with the shit tonight. Now, okay, well, congrats. We both shows is nominated for a Metro Award. Just know if y'all win, I'm running up on the stage too to accept my part of the award.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I got
Indeed.
like at least 7% stake in it.
You do. You do.
And in turn, we will not let you walk off the stage by yourself either.
Gotta have my bodyguards.
No. I'm pulling the Kanye if you win. I'm pulling the Kanye.
Excuse me. Venom is great.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's
Nah,
what's happening.
but shout out to y'all for that. What else we got going on? Just full steam ahead with the podcast. Working on some. It's so many things. Sometimes I don't even know like what's what. But for those who are watching, y'all look for something to do this weekend. Sunday at Hand in Hand Amphitheater, King George performing live, so you can pull up on us. You know what I'm saying? And if you do hear it on the show and you do pull up, slide over to where I am. Make sure you let me know that you heard it right here at the bottom of the bottle podcast. That's what's up.
Indeed, man. So you know what time it is, man. We're gonna do this first call thing. I need to work on my first call, man. I had a bunch of dope questions, and then when I get on the spot, I be forgetting them. Um,
Write them down, genius.
and who be writing these days? Cause when the last time you wrote some shit by hand?
Actually, the other day. You want to know what I wrote?
See, what did you write?
Okay. Well, I wrote out. It's a little exercise of what does being successful mean for you in
Mm,
detail, in complete detail, and I wrote it in hand and in pencil because
okay.
when you write it and you think it and you read it, you're reaffirming it.
So let's just make that the first question. What's one of the things that you put on that list?
Um, so many, but first big and everything is completely debt free. I don't know, like a lot of people have not been able to live a life without some level of debt. So like to be able to say like I have no debt, or if the only debt I have I'm using correctly, like using credit for my business versus using
Controllable
credit
debt.
because I got to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So being completely debt free is definitely one. I also added something that I think a lot of people overlook when you're writing a list like that because you need to be complete and thorough. So I also put on there health, focused mind, health and well-being. You know what I'm saying? Because see, you can have all the money in the world. If you sick and sickly, your mind ain't right. There's a lot of rich people who mind ain't right. So just having money is not enough. So I really wrote out a complete picture, even down to detail of like how much I want to make per month off of what businesses, like everything. Like I really wrote a whole detailed, complete, listing of success. And that's just a couple of them that I throw out there to tell people to think about. Because don't just pray and manifest money and then you sick as hell with money, or you crazy as hell with money.
That part. That's dope. Let me see here. What's your proudest moment? And that could be within work, that could be within family, just within life. Your proudest moment that you had over the last, we'll say since 2010.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Well, definitely top of the list is getting married. Don't even look now. He gonna take a drink. Don't make me have to regret that. All right. I will say this, and this is like kind of I won't say it's like it's up there. So I can't, if you put me on the spot, but I will say this. I had an opportunity, to go back in the radio in 2017. But when I got back in radio, they actually had me on a station called Throwback 105.5. And I did that for a couple years. It took a new boss to come in and was like, your rightful spot is on 100.1 The Beat. So they switched me back over to 100.1 The Beat. November 1st, 2019 was the first day I went live back on 100.1 The Beat at middays. And by January, I had become number one in the city. And it was a lot of people understand like what that means, because a lot of people sit there and holler, "Oh, I got the number one show! I got the number one show!" No, I got bonuses to prove it. You know what I'm saying? That took me from November to January to get that show where it needed to be. And unfortunately, by March, COVID came in. But I would say I was very proud, because numbers don't lie. Like that's one of those things that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people felt some kind of way when I took over the show and felt my predecessor, "Oh, but you got the number one show in the city." No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They did. God bless them, love them to death. You know what I'm saying? But they just didn't. The numbers wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I bonused enough from January to March to help put down payment on my house, my G. So
okay, that's real.
I got
them real
numbers to prove it.
Yeah, them real chicks.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
When you, number 3, when you look at your kids, what do you see in your kids that is directly of you? Besides their face, what's the common mannerism, facial expression? What's the one thing you get immediately that's like, yeah, that's my kid?
Oh, my son, petty as hell, sarcastic as hell. All day. My daughter, she's like everything that I'm not, and that's like in the most beautiful way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I would say she just has a natural, like she tries to sell everything. She's an entrepreneur. I don't see her working for nobody. Like, she'd be like, "Mommy, I'm done with this toy. I think I'm gonna sell it." And I'm like, "What makes you think someone wants to buy it?" But that's what her mind is. Yeah, you know what? I'm about to sell it. I want to sell it. Everything's for sale. She's always about that bread. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely a go-getter. No pun intended.
A little bit, but that's dope. That's dope. I like to see, because these kids so dependent now on it, like they can't make decisions. You know what I'm saying, on shit. So it's dope that she's able to decipher what is important.
My daughter about that coin. You tell her anything about money, you tell her anything. Who is that? Don't tell me that's Tito.
You know
That's
it
Tito.
is.
That's Tito.
Yo, I think you are like, Tito, you're like a real bot. Like, you're like a real live breathing bot. Like, every time I see him pop up on somebody's post saying something crazy, I was like, yo, you're a troll, my dude.
He
I
ain't
didn't have
what
to
you
see
call
the
it though.
name,
He
but I
not
knew it was
malicious.
him.
He not malicious though.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's funny. He's funny. But look, I didn't have to see the name. I saw the comment. I was like, ain't nobody but Tito.
Okay. Thrill seeking. Thrill seeking. Do you have any more thrill seeking ambitions in the world?
Hell no.
Yeah. Just like that.
I like my feet on the ground and my head out the clouds. Now, I will get on a plane. I gotta be drunk. And
You
I gotta
still
have
scared of
my
planes, cuz?
Why
huh?
is that? Why is
You
that?
still
Because
scared of
I don't
planes?
have no wings. So I ain't got no business in the sky. And I make sure I have that conversation with God every time I get on the plane. Lord Jesus, no, I ain't got no business in your sky. But if you just let me go up and down in the same way that I went up and down, I would be so appreciative, and I would try my best to stay out of your skies.
Indeed. Indeed.
I would deal with
Um,
the water better because I can swim, but they got sharks in there too.
I'm
So you
about to
don't
say,
want to be
cuz,
falling off on cruise ships either.
what if you in the part of the ocean where you don't see no land? Like being able to swim is cool when the
Yeah,
shore is right there.
right, right. Yeah, I'm just saying. I try to keep my feet on the ground and my head out the clouds. Like I said, you know what I'm saying.
I
I
can
try.
dig.
I will tell you a funny family story. We go to the lake every year, and we decided I don't know what we was doing all day, but we didn't go out on the lake all day. And all of a sudden, we was like, "Come on, we getting on this boat tonight." So we
Okay.
get on the boat. It's nighttime. We're on Lake Marion, and the boat kept making this like sawing noise, and now we out on the lake, and it's dark, and it's cool when you start when it's nighttime and the dark starts to come, but when you start in the dark, it's a different feeling. And then so the whole time, all I was thinking about is, yeah, I can make it to the shore. Oh, I can make it to the shore. I kept looking at the distance. Could I maybe with a little good doggy paddle, little freestyle? Could I wouldn't make it all the way like that, but I could stray in the water to get there. But that's all I was thinking about the whole time. How close I was to that bank.
That is hilarious.
I was ready to get off that boat. I was like, I'm
What would be my final question? What's your nonprofit passion project that you would either continue to do, make bigger, or get into?
ooh, 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 ooh. I've never had like my own like real live like my nonprofit. I think that if it could be like anything, and I've always said this, I always said that if I could become a multi-millionaire. So I would say if I was capable of getting this level of nonprofit together, I think that the welfare system is kind of broken. And like what I would like to do is like people who need that type of assistance, housing, food, daycare, that kind of stuff, I would put them on a like more like a scholarship. Because what happens a lot of times is as people start to advance, they start taking the benefits away. And the advancement could be 50 cents an hour, and now you snatching everything away. So
Right.
I would do it in a way where it's like, okay, I'm setting you up on like a 5-year plan. And no matter how much you advance on your job, no matter how good you do, you already have your voucher for your housing, you got your voucher for your food, the daycare is taken care of. I want you to advance. I want you to take these 5 years and run like hell. I don't want you to sit there and think if I do or I gain anything, I'm going to lose this. So it would be set up on a plan to either help this young family get through, the mother get through school or father get through school or whatever. But I would put it like in a plan, like a long-term plan to truly, truly help people. See, a lot of people, it's like you can give people stuff, but if they're always afraid of you taking it away, then they're never going to really better themselves. You know what I mean? So
That's real, like real story. This is years and years ago because I went to go get some food stamps and I made $8 too much.
come on now. That's not enough to feed yourself. $8 too much is not enough to feed yourself. Like, what you gonna do with $8?
That was literally the number. Like I needed to make $8 less than what was on my check stub.
Ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Like I remember I had a friend that had to deal in that type of stuff, and if she got like a 25-cent raise, they were snatching benefits.
Yeah,
That
that's just
extra
crazy.
25 cents is not enhancing her life. You know what I'm saying? Like they crazy. So that's
So
what I would do.
wouldn't you
Long
divide that
term.
8 into 30 and would not still be under? Like if you give me food stamps for the month, like that was my immediate thought. Like let's divide $8 by 30 days, and there's
Like
got to be a number.
like real talk, like Medicaid, like for an adult to get it, you either have to like, I think the last time I saw the number, you couldn't make over like $600 a month.
Yeah,
Like
it's bananas.
that's like destitute. That's like cardboard box. Like, come on now, that ain't right. That ain't right.
You can't live nowhere for $600.
Can't
And
live
if you do have your rent or mortgage paid for before the $600, that still don't give you a whole lot to work with after you eat. It's 1,000 degrees outside, so your light bill $200, $300 a month.
And please, what county you live in? Because Richland County just raised the property taxes. Don't forget, just because you don't have a mortgage don't mean you got to pay property taxes.
For sure.
I'm a little salty about that shit because I got a road right in front of me that say dead end because they need to fix it, and y'all raise my property taxes
And not fix it.
and it's not fixed. I still have to drive around. A little irritated with that.
But that's my vibe.
I know we're gonna get into it. What's the most expensive meal you had going out to eat?
I'm not an expensive meal kind of girl. I mean, I don't even know. Like, I probably had like some lobster or something now at one point in time. Never been big on it, but I would say probably the restaurant that I would spend the most at would be Melting Pot. That's my joint.
I ain't never been there. It don't look appealing to me.
Oh my God, it's wonderful. You just got to go with somebody you like because it's about a 2.5-hour experience. You're not getting in and out of there in 30, 40 minutes. So you don't want to take somebody that you don't like. So that's just a note to all the fellas out there. It's not a good first date unless you really want to spend that type of time with that female because you're going to be in there for a minute.
All right. We talked about it. You spoke on it. I said, would you rather have free health care or free education? You said education. So
no, I said healthcare.
You said healthcare?
Yeah, I said healthcare.
Okay.
My only thing about education, this was my explanation. My only thing about education is if they gave out free education for like trades, I'm all for it. But what's going to happen is, think about it back in the day, like way back in the day. It was a bar to graduate from high school. Oh, you graduate from high school? This person ain't graduate from high school. Then now they made it mandatory. Everybody under age 18 got to get a high school diploma or equivalency, right? So then employers is like, okay, that don't mean nothing. Now you need a college degree. So everybody started running to college. Then it was like, okay, all right, associate is not enough. Now you need a bachelor's. So everybody started getting a bachelor's, and then they raised it to master's, and so on and so forth. And I just feel like if they take college and make it completely free, the employers are going to start to negate the weight of the degree. They'll start being like, oh, everybody got a degree. So what's so big about that? Like right now, people walk into jobs with degrees, and a person been working there all this time. This next person working and get $20,000 more. You know what I'm saying? Just because they have a degree. But once degrees start getting handed out like water, I promise you they're going to start to devalue what that degree means. Now, it would be wonderful if it could happen and they don't devalue it, but that's not how I feel. Now, health, there doesn't make no sense that we're struggling in this country with health. Not just health and dental. It should go hand in hand. It's a travesty what they do with dental. It doesn't make sense. When your teeth and all this stuff is connected to your health, we should not be paying what we're paying for healthcare. We should not be paying what we're paying to get our teeth fixed. We shouldn't be having to snatch teeth out our mouth because saving the tooth costs too much.
Right.
I got all mine. I got extra. I still got some. I got all my teeth.
I still got all mine. I've never had no wisdom teeth.
I think I can lend some. I think I can sell some. And mine ain't gold. They just need to be touched up a little bit with some polish, but they ain't yellow. Y'all can see it. But if anybody
I finally had to break down. I got one pulled, and the dentist was pressuring me so hard to do this root canal. But I felt like he was just too eager on this root canal. Like he made me nervous. Like he was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I tell you what, I'll put a seal in it, and if you decide to get the root canal, I will apply whatever you paid for the seal to the root canal. Like he was just too excited about the root canal. I was like, whoa.
That was the difference between 1,500 and 4,700. That's what that was.
Yeah, he was way too apt.
All right. I was watching this old movie. It's Eddie Murphy. It's like one of his first action movies called Metro. What island would you go to if you can be completely naked? A naked island.
An island to be completely naked on?
Yeah, that was part of the movie. He's just talking about he gonna take his old lady to Tahiti to get naked. So what island would you be on to be naked?
Don't be looking over here. That's what I'll be like, guys. Trying to take notes over there. You got to I don't have like a list of islands on my mind. Damn. But I would probably get damn near naked on pretty much all the islands.
As long as it didn't land you in jail, I don't see what the problem is.
Right. I'm going to be honest with you because, like, I go to Florida and I just turn into a whole hot girl. So I'm going to be honest with you. Like, look, I done went to Florida one year with nothing but bathing suits, cover-ups, and see-through stuff. I didn't even have no real clothes. I didn't care what was going on.
I don't think Staten Island count.
Yeah, I was about to say, Alicia said Staten Island.
Who said Staten Island?
Alicia in the comments.
Kind of cute with the chili cheese hot dog walking down the strip. Nah, that water can't get no water out there. That ain't no water.
You said you was going to.
All right,
but I mean, pretty much any island outside of the U.S. of A, except some of our places like the Virgin Islands or St. Croix or stuff like that. But I'm telling you, if there's sand and there's water and it's legal, I will be okay with a little bit of clothes.
All right. I'm trying to word this one correctly. When you had the Venom Vixens,
oh, God.
What was the idea behind it? And has anybody done what you've done? Has anybody today done what you did back then?
I don't think so.
That lane.
Okay, so I'll tell you some story. Because listen, I don't even have to hide. Like, at this point, there's no reason for me to sugarcoat any of these stories anymore. You know what I'm saying? So back in the day, I don't know if y'all remember that Hot 103.9 did a whole campaign to have these hot girls. Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember that. And the hot girls is supposed to be more like a dance troupe. You know, they had these little routines they would do, but the station was doing nothing with them. So I started asking some of the hot girls if they wanted to come to some of the clubs with me and kind of like co-host with me. Well, of course, then the station, because I've always been looked at as a little bit too ambitious or a little bit, too whatever, they didn't like me doing it. So when they took their hot girls back, I just came up with my own squad. But in the meantime, let me just add this. There was a young man, and I swear to God, and I say this, like, I mean this with all my heart, because if I could really, truly remember his name, I swear to God, I would say his name right now, because I'm not that type of person. But there was a young man that wanted to create a clothing line for me. And between me and him, that's the name Venom Vixen came up. And he did like these mock t-shirts that said Venom Vixen. And then it was like Venom and her Vixens, and so he was definitely a big part of the name. I swear to God, I can't remember this young fella's name. But yeah, he was trying to do some t-shirts for me. But yeah, that's what it came from. And absolutely nobody has ever been able to replicate what the Vixens have meant to South Carolina. It was so funny when you said it, and the reason why I reacted like that is because, like, literally, I thought about, we must have disbanded about 13 years ago. Real talk. And it doesn't go but maybe 3 weeks. You just reset my 3 weeks. That the name does not come up. I just literally, it was just conversation that they want me to do a Vixen reunion. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, this comes up like once a month. Somebody brings up the Vixens, and I realized like that branding was strong.
Yeah, that's a huge part of your legacy.
Yeah, nobody else was able to do it. And I'm gonna tell you something else about that. And I'm gonna stand on this. Y'all fellas ain't gonna like it. Y'all ready? Part of the fact that my girls were so fly is because you had a woman picking them.
I can believe that.
No
I
question.
believe that.
I don't disagree with that
I
at all.
believe that. I
Because
believe that.
my criticalness of what I wanted in my girls, like a lot of guys will fall for, oh, she got a big booty though, or you know what I'm saying? Like they fall for stuff. Like I had very strict criteria, and not just that. I only, oh God, I always be saying all kind of crazy shit on y'all show. I only allowed for one. So it was not no bunch of just light skin, long hair. If I had a light skin with her natural hair, I had the tall, look like Halle Berry shortcut. I had the Indian girl, the Puerto Rican girl, the chocolate girl from New York with the piercing right here. It was only room for one. I didn't have a bunch of the same looking chicks. I had a whole box of variety.
Right.
When we would roll up, I promise you, it's one of them you gonna like. I promise you.
Wu-Tang, ice cream, vanilla pecan chocolate deluxe.
Yeah.
I even dibbled and dabbled with a white girl here and there. I couldn't keep them, but I had one in there in a couple events.
Yeah. You threw me off with that one, with that answer. Just because, just seeing y'all around the city, seeing y'all on flyers, just in general.
Yeah.
What I guess my last one. I already asked you that one. My last one. What's the last thing that just embarrassed you?
That embarrassed me?
Just plain out embarrassed you. Just like whether your kid just says a smart remark, whether Smitty said a smart remark, whether you fail. Just what was the last time you've been embarrassed? Well, shit.
You trying to get me divorced? Oh Lord. Okay.
It must be what happened to Smitty Foot.
My husband. You know, every time then he get a little saucy.
Oh.
And we had a long weekend working and hustling, and we decided to stay where we was an extra day. It was impromptu. Like we done packed bags, everybody sit in the car. Me and my homegirls are like, come on, let's stay one more day and play in the pool. And we're like, let's do it. So about 5 o'clock, he was already like this, nodding off. You know what I'm saying? We done had a great day. He done worked his ass off all weekend, had a great day. I'm getting pizza delivered at the pool. We drinking, we pulling out bottles, we making friends with all the white people at the pool. And then at least by nightfall, he just flipped out on every
Damn.
Hey, look, as a good wife should, I was sitting back on a lawn chair over in the corner like this.
Damn.
He ain't gonna remember it in the morning. Y'all keep talking to him. I don't know why y'all keep talking to him.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, hey, Venom, my bonus question, my last question, and this one I'm gonna hold to heart. Of all your shows that you've done for the podcast, or your shows,
Okay.
not one single individual brought more luck than I did for a show.
Absolutely. Except that one nigga got that fake ass wine, but other than that, he did bring some fake ass wine. I think
I saw a piece of that one.
That shit was 40%. Ain't no wine, no goddamn 40%. I was scared. I ain't know what that was. You said it had CBD in it and everything. I was like this.
He brought some Wild Irish Rose.
Yeah, he did. He brought some infused Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, but yeah, no, y'all definitely only one. Y'all live up to y'all name. Y'all pull up with the bottles. You had Smitty over there about the Smitty. It was going down.
I mean, we had a good time. We try to have a good time wherever we go. You know what I'm saying?
It was. It's always a good time with y'all. 100%. Now I'm sounding like Smitty for real. 100%. 100%.
But you gotta have a good time with a motherfucker taking shots and drinking Capri Suns at 40 years old.
They said the White Claws did your ankle like that. Yo, they telling him about the White Claws everywhere. My brothers were calling his. He pulled up with the White Claws and his girly drinks. I got character. All right, you ain't on the show.
I mean, if you at home and you having dinner and you pull out a White Claw, I ain't gonna really mess with you, cuz. But if you pull up to the party with White Claw,
Yeah,
I also feel like you got cocaine.
you come up with a box or a big
I'm
can, man.
gonna be the first person to say that Smitty needs to be the first black spokesperson for White Claw because he
Okay.
definitely needs the White
That's
Claw
not good.
endorsement.
That shit is not good. I tried it, but it's not good. White Claw is like when they try to flavor Bud Light with the old machine.
I don't know.
They try to flavor with the old machine. Like it just White Claw is horrible. Like there ain't no taste to it. Now there
It's
is
flavored
some-
Alka-Seltzer.
They just make you wavy. Make you wavy.
They make
That's
you
our
wavy.
slogan. Wavy. Come on, White Claw. Let's get that endorsement. It makes you wavy.
This make me wavy too. You see them waves?
What is that?
It's gas.
It ain't what it is.
Yeah.
It's
Y'all
what it
always
is,
got
but it ain't what you
some
think.
shit in bottles, man. Y'all was like. Do y'all remember back in the day when D-Lord started that Happy Juice and they used to have a little gasoline can?
In the gas can,
and he was in the club and he had a gas can and he walking around pouring everybody cup. I used to be like, no player. My shit need a label. I need a label.
He wasn't drinking as strong as me anyway. He can have that shit. He wasn't drinking what I was drinking. Even
And
back
here's
then.
the thing, shout out to B-Lord. I ain't never seen him drinking. I wasn't gonna drink that Happy Juice like that damn gasoline
Somebody
can.
else.
I've never seen him drink.
I heard somebody else say that. I've heard
But
somebody else say
They
that.
also said the one that you like. I mean, big shout out to him because he actually turned it into a real brand.
Yeah.
He
But
did.
they definitely said that the branded drink wasn't what he was drinking.
Yeah.
No, that thing and that. Let me tell y'all something. That thing in that gasoline can made them girls take their clothes off. So like they would try to pour me a cup, and I'd be like, no Happy Juice for me.
Let's do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I need labels, bro. I need FDA clearance.
No, labels is for people that's stalling. You either gonna take this shot or you're not. You don't need to be reading shit. You stalling.
We came here to get lit, cuz.
Yeah. So next time you invite us to the show, I'm bringing a bigger bottle.
Don't bring nothing that don't have the same thing on the label that's in the inside.
That's all we got.
Inside need to match the outside.
That's all we got.
That's all we
got. A bunch of bottles.
Y'all
asses
out there just cooking moonshine and in the bathtub stirring
allegedly.
Up.
Yeah, allegedly. Man, let's get this show started. We've been clowning and serious at the same time.
Damn right. Let's go. There you go.
Right, so y'all, let's go briefly on the tipping. Let's go briefly. I mean, on the food bill. We'll go briefly on the food bill, and then we'll switch to Russell a little bit later. So y'all know what happened with the group of people.
Please start over. Sir Limsalot is bothering me.
Oh well, we can't control that. You married that man.
Wait, look. Let me tell. I just want to know. I want y'all to know what's going down. That's interrupting y'all podcast. He won one of my brownies, so he done went in the stash while I'm on the show and got the brownie, and then gonna say, "I feel like I done more than paid for this already." That was his exact words.
So
I think he more than paid for that already.
Yeah, he probably more than paid for that. He done paid for that.
I'm not always gonna be on Spitty side, but that seemed right.
You know what I'm saying? That was his answer to it.
Well, he didn't have to leave the $40 on the dresser. He didn't have to leave the $40 on the dresser. He'll just take the brownie.
That is hilarious.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Now I can concentrate.
Yeah, y'all know I start late on y'all show. I made y'all end the show. So so we out to eat. We go as a group. Everybody eat. Everybody had a decent time. The bills come out. They say they want to split the bill evenly. The bill is $4,600.
I saw that crazy shit.
Yeah, so are we splitting the bill evenly? Or are we splitting the bill as I'm buying what I ate?
I didn't get all the details. How many people was in the party?
It looked like
about at least 10. At least 10. It might have been more, but it was at least 10.
Yeah.
Let me
So
tell you something. No, let me tell you something. That's some bullshit somebody came up with that don't make no damn sense. Okay, listen. Mm-mm.
Well, side note, Venom. Side note, there was a clip a couple months ago where they did the same thing, and what they do is everybody show up, they take their debit card and put it in the bag. Whoever
Oh
debit
yeah,
card is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
full pays it. Yeah,
Now
whoever
listen,
debit
let me
card
tell
is
you something. Let me
full
tell you something. That happens sometimes. That's for rich people. That's
yeah,
for wealthy people. You know what I'm saying? When the bill come and everybody fighting to put their card down, that's
yeah.
what wealthy people do. Okay. It's a difference when you're out and you got money and y'all all enjoying wine and the bottles of wine is like $500 and they're like
Yeah.
everybody drinking it like that. That's with extremely wealthy people. It doesn't mean you're broke because you want to pay for your food. I manage what I want to eat. You manage what you want to eat. Now, I know that one person was saying, it's my birthday, I shouldn't pay, which is fine. And I agree with that. But then let me decide and say, I got the birthday girl's 2 of her shots, put it on my bill. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and I agree with whoever that was. What the fuck were they eating for $4,600? I don't care about no lamb chops, but that ain't enough to get the $4,600.
somebody said it was 14 people. So 14 people, I can see you getting a $4,600 bill.
Damn,
No,
how?
no,
That's like
but
almost
damn,
100 plus per person.
I mean, if you had a nice,
somebody
if,
picking expensive- that's
if
somebody
you had a
picking
nice
expensive
restaurant, if you had a nice restaurant,
Uh-uh.
let's say you want a shot of Louis. A shot of Louis is $500.
Okay,
You
well then
shoot
that
that shit
person definitely
yourself.
needs to be paying their own bill. If
Yeah.
you take the $500 shots, you definitely need to pay your own bill.
Now, the other thing is, that shit should have been established way before. So I can tell you, no, I'm not splitting that.
No.
If I go in and I order $90 worth of food and I
Which I
put
really do.
$120 up, that's my piece. I'm good. I'm out. You can't just spring that on me at the last minute. Oh, we just gonna split this evenly.
So I went to, it was my birthday weekend actually, and a friend of mine invited me out to a restaurant in Atlanta. And when we got there, it might have been about 8 of us. And they're like, after over like 6 people, they don't split up the bill.
Right.
They won't split it up themselves at all. Which I felt was like a little bit of a grab.
Of
Because
course
it's
it is.
like, now we gotta, what are we doing here? And I feel like in those cases, that's what they're expecting, like just everybody to split, because they won't split the bill. So either one person has to pay and everybody send the money to them. Like, I didn't know. Like, I'd never been in a situation where they would not just give me my people bill. It was like, it was 4 of us, and then it was like another 7 or maybe 6 of them. And it was like, we wanted to leave a little bit earlier. And let me just say this. The damn no-name bottles of water were $10.
Damn.
I spent $40 on bottled water that night. I was pissed.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
That's why I
crazy.
eat with you. If you spend $40 on bottle, I don't even want to go out with you. You and Spitty, yeah, I'll show up later.
No, I didn't want to do it. No, listen. Do you think when I said I'd take a bottle of water that it was going to be $10 later on?
That's me walking in somebody else's restaurant with a chili dog. Like, well, I'll see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
I
keep
didn't
going to
even
the car
expect that.
to pour me up in
And
the
I ain't
car.
gonna lie, I was aggy that night because like everything on the menu we had back in the hotel room. So we had already cooked shrimp and lobster tail and steak, all that. We grilled on the
Already spent a
grill
bunch
at
of
the
money.
hotel. So I was like, I'm not buying none of
Yeah,
this.
I'm going back. If y'all going back to the room, man. I think, and somebody made a point. Like when you pull up, you know what type of restaurant it is when you pull up. When you walk inside, you know what type of restaurant it is. When you look at the menu, like all that shit should be clicking. And if let's just say in your head you thinking your food gonna be $60, and by the time your food come out and you realize, oh, it's gonna be about $70, $80, that's when that shit should be clicking in and be like, hey, bro, let me get my bill. Because that is just too much. You already know they're gonna charge you gratuity.
Right,
But just
absolutely.
Go, hey, and let me get my bill. I'd rather go ahead and pay that cash out and then order another drink separate. You see what I'm saying? I want to get that shit.
Yeah,
out
because when that thing start building, boy, and then they come with that bill, that thing hurts sometime, boy. You be in there having a good time till that bill come. You be like, ooh, damn, that's what I paid. And you start counting in,
that shit. Yeah, that shit happened to me. I went to Augusta. My homeboy got married in Augusta. We go there for the reception party. So after we practiced, he rented out this club, this small club, lounge or whatever. And he said, all right, all the food and the drinks, like the lemonade and all that's on me. Y'all buy your own drinks. So
I know that nigga didn't tell you all the lemonade was on him.
So all the mixes on me.
All that lemonade and water and shit, that's on me.
Yeah. Like, he had a big buffet style. But I was the last one to go. I was the last one to find a park. When I got there, everybody was sitting. So I seen a couple people with drinks, and I wanted a drink. But I remember when he told me this, he didn't say liquor into the bill.
He said the lemonade on me.
Yeah, he said, So I ordered my food. A couple people asked me, "Man, you drinking?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good," because he didn't say it. I'm watching my pockets, and he didn't say it. So I got a room full of liquor because I don't travel without my liquor. So I got liquor in the room. So I see Buddy order drink. Ask old girl, what you want? Yeah. I seen like 6 people order drinks. When I called him, I was like, "Hey, bro, you was paying for the drinks?" He was like, "Nah, but shit, it's too late now." Like, that's some dirty shit. Because I know what he told me, he told his other partners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they went and ordered drinks and ordered drinks and ordered drinks, and I don't know if they paid him back or not. I still don't know if they paid him
We
back.
done had that happen to us before. And I blame bartenders. Like, you as a bartender, if you want to secure your tip, you don't let nobody.
What up, Jackie?
Hi, Jackie. You don't let nobody roll up on the bar and be like, put that on this person's tab. A real bartender don't do that. A real bartender, because you're one of the person who carded this is who gonna tip you. So you clear everything by the person who called. I bartend for many years now. Bartenders, a real bartender is not gonna just add it to the tab. It does not make your tip bigger. It makes a person who card, they're pissed off when they're buying everybody else's drink.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you're supposed to know the group of people that you're with. Is there a situation where you want to try something new, that something unexpected happens? Absolutely. But don't say we going out to dinner and then when we get there, spring it on me that I'm going in on your motherfucking birthday. You know
I don't agree with that, because all plates are not equal. So if I feel like, there's people out there just like to eat chicken tenders. The chicken tender person should not have to pay on your steak or your lamb chops or your lobster. It's not fair. It's not right. That all that was cap. I don't even believe that. I mean, like I said, I don't even believe that really exists, because that's really for a wealthy people. That's for them people that fight for the check. Like, when the check come out and all them, like, they pulling out their black card. Nah, I got. That's all that's for. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, no. Them regular people in that video, they staged that for cap. All
they
that
did.
was.
And I would have said right behind her saying, "Bitch, you stupid."
Yeah, I feel like that was just a video they wanted to make and show out in them people restaurant. Because ain't no way I'm looking at them and y'all really believe that that's what it's supposed to be. If I eat some chicken wings and french fries and you got a lamb chop dinner with shrimp, that I should be having to go in on it. No, I'm going to pay. And if let's say it's a nice restaurant, chicken wings might be still like $28 damn.
For real.
Real talk. So I'm going to pay my $35.99 plus tip, and y'all leave me alone.
But they say it's for the people that order big, it reduces their price tag.
That's exactly what it does.
And that's why when they was on that video talking about it's giving me broke, no, you giving me broke. Because you ordered a big boy plate, and now you want me to put it on your big boy plate. No, I would have been the one ordering chicken wings. I would have been like, nah, you giving me broke.
Right. I got lobster tails in my refrigerator, bitch.
Right.
Shit.
I didn't come here to get the lobster tails. I can make my own.
Right. I just came here to socialize. So I eat a little bit while I'm here just to do it, but I didn't come here for that. I got food at my house. I got drinks in my house. I'm only here to socialize and tell you happy motherfucking birthday, bitch. And you acting mad ungrateful right now.
Right.
Man, happy motherfucking birthday, bitch.
Well, small chronic break. July birthdays matter. Everybody that's celebrating the birthday in July, man. I fuck with y'all a long way. I fuck with everybody, man, but July is the one that really matters.
Are y'all birthdays both in July or something? Is that what y'all hearing that?
My mom and
Yeah.
dad too.
Yeah, my whole family.
Damn.
My
Yeah.
my mother just
Y'all been not
celebrated.
sober for like a whole month.
Yeah. Like my brother celebrated his already. My mother and father is back to back, and I end off the month on the 29th. And then we got a whole host of other family members that's between now and the end of the month. So July matters.
That's some wild shit. Y'all pinpointed that month that nobody in your family need to be fucking.
You know, October. It's October.
Okay.
It's a cold, rainy October.
It's
That'll get your
October.
birthday. That'll
Okay.
be you. It'll make you a Cancer or a Leo.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Venom.
y'all get y'all Halloween freaky on over there.
Hey, Venom,
Nah.
hey, cut that shit. Cut that shit.
Halloween. Girl, what you wearing on Halloween? Let me see it early.
Nah, man.
I got it. Halloween. I think
Yeah. All I want for my birthday is a big booty.
Yeah.
because you know the November babies beat them Valentine babies.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They very emotional.
Exactly. I ain't gonna say I got nothing against Scorpios. I've had some of the best times of my life with them Scorpios.
Hey. But I agree with you emotional. My daughter, oh Lord Jesus. She ain't cried today, so let's hold on. Hold on.
Man, not
She
today.
ain't got to cry in a day.
So what else is going on in the world, man? Something you wanted to talk about, Venom, that been on your mind
Carly
in the media?
fucking Lee Russell.
I was gonna, you know what, man? I was trying not to talk about it.
How?
Nah,
How?
if she lied, she is so
How?
funky bitch. You know, I'm always
What
funky
do you
bitch.
think about her?
That was so wild, man. That was so because I remember getting like thumbing around on TikTok last Thursday at around 1:00 in the morning, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucked up," and I forwarded and shared a whole bunch of them shits
I ain't got nothing left.
just
You
to
know
find
what?
out.
I love y'all good, kind-hearted people. The minute I saw that story, like the details were not adding up. Like immediately when I was reading the story, I said, I'm saying prayer for this young lady. But nothing about this story makes sense. Especially as a person who don't like to drive. The first thing that stood out to me was, how the hell you gonna pull over on the side of the highway because you see a Tyler? And this ain't like 277 in Columbia. 277. If you was on 277 in Columbia and you said you saw a child on the side of the road at that time of night and you pulled over, I might could go for that. I might have been like, it's 277. You can slow roll 277.
Right.
You can easily be on there 45, 40 if you playing with it. You know what I'm saying? But not that highway.
I ain't pulling over for a pregnant lady.
As fast as I drive, I probably wouldn't have seen the toddler.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I wouldn't have saw her. I'm not pulling over for no
Now,
pregnant lady.
you know what? Off the strip, my thing was the reason why I forwarded it and then shared it out was just because it was a black girl loss. Like I didn't go in my head. It wasn't anything bigger than that. It was
right. You didn't dive into the details.
No. It's
you
like
saw a black girl missing.
This black girl is missing. It happens way too often. Nobody fucking talks about it. Let's get it out there.
Right. So my next issue was, and I said this, okay, y'all don't hold it against me, but like, no, I'm not a kidnapper, right? However,
come on, together we break chains.
A toddler on the side of the interstate don't feel like a good bait. It's too unpredictable. Toddlers are unpredictable. Me putting a little baby out there thinking that this baby don't run into traffic or do some crazy shit, it sounds unpredictable. A little toddler at a gas station, maybe in a grocery store parking lot. Yeah, but not on the side of a busy highway. Like I just channeled a kidnapper mind. That doesn't sound like a good ruse. It didn't like we literally had a bunch of people at the house that Saturday before she came back home. I ain't gonna say found because she didn't get found. She came back home. We were sitting on the back porch and all of us were apprehensive. None of us believed the story before it even got to the point. We all were like, there's something not right in the milk. You know, there's no way, like, I just don't see that being a kidnapper's point of view. But when I tell you, baby, when we found out about them snacks, the snacks pushed it over.
No, the toilet tissue. She stole the toilet tissue from the job.
She did do that. But the snacks, the fact that she went to Target, they traced her steps. She went to Target right before that, bought a bunch of snacks. And at everything that was left on the scene, there was no snacks.
No, that's what they refused.
What happened? Look, did you say the kidnapper said, "Get in the van, bitch"? Hold on. Them cheese nips and Snicker bars. Grab that bag too.
No, they said that's what she said she was fed. That's what she said she was fed. They fed me the Cheez-Its. That's what her defense was.
So after they put her in the van, it was like, "Oh, that's some good. That's some real cheese. Ooh. That's the brand name. Grab that box of snacks."
But they say she escaped the van. She escaped the van. They said she escaped the van, and they got caught again.
It's unfortunate. That baby definitely needs some counseling.
It ain't no unfortunate.
It is unfortunate because why did you feel like you had to do that? It's something underlying there.
Because you are like, she, what, how old is she? 30, what,
28? 25, 26.
Way too old.
So what do we always say? Them kids feel entitled. That's why I don't feel sorry. You were entitled.
I don't know. I ain't say I felt sorry.
She was banking on that the world would ignore her like the rest of the other black women, and this would just be something that happens between her family, her boyfriend, and them, and the world would do what they normally do.
Her boyfriend she caught her boyfriend cheating with a stripper.
Okay, wait. This is alleged. Listen. We ain't going to There's a bunch of wild stories out there. That's why they need to get in front of it. They need to get in front of it. They need, because I saw the thing about the stripper thing, and I'm like, okay, where did y'all find that from? Like, who just came up with that?
Every nigga that been in love with a stripper. Every nigga that been in love with a stripper.
Listen.
I don't understand how you don't understand that you on camera more than you not these days.
Yeah.
That part. Yeah. You know what? The part that infuriates me as a parent, because like, I'll shout out to my cousin. We've been going back and forth, and like, you know, I feel her when she says about the parents need to stop. But I also feel like as a parent, at some point in time, when she knew her parents were about to go back on that damn show, that's when she needed to come clean. Before you let your mama and your daddy go up there and say and double down on your story, because obviously they believe you. I'm not that trusting as a parent. Okay, I'm be honest with you.
They saying the mama knew and the daddy followed, because the clips that I've seen, the daddy don't say nothing. He make head gestures, but then, you know, they break it down. You know, they got the, you know, if you look to the left, you lying. If you do this with the tilt, you lying. Like they done surgically broke down their interviews now.
Yeah, but they also got to understand that you probably saw 2 minutes of probably a 45-minute interview. But but I'm saying this to say, at the end of the day, you know, they need to get ahead of this, because this is like a train wreck.
But what is ahead of
going bad? And when they pulled up her searches,
her searches killed it. Her searches killed it. So what do you consider
it ain't getting, there's no way to get ahead of it now, because it's already happened. But it reminds me of, like, older people will know, like the balloon kid, the father that said that was the other thing that when she came back,
took it back. What happened? They put the boy up in the hot air balloon, but he really wasn't in the hot air balloon.
Yeah, and said he floated away.
Everybody thinking there was a little boy in the hot air balloon
for like 3 days. For like 3 days.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was a blast.
Yeah. So it's not the first time, and the only real way you can't get ahead of it, but you can come clean. Like,
it's time to come clean.
I made a bad judgment call. This is what I was trying to do. I didn't realize it was going to blow up into this shit. Let me get some goddamn counseling and move on with my life. You know,
right.
There's a clip when she decided to go home. When she decided to go home, they say it's a clip of her walking to the house. And as soon as she get to the house, she break out. Like,
but that's what you got to do in the black household, cuz you've been gone. Like, I could imagine running away from my house. Like, how am I going to get back in here without getting my ass tore out the frame?
Exactly.
You better act like somebody that did something to you.
What you say though, Jay?
What's that?
You said back when?
Oh, back in the day, yeah.
There's a Ring door camera or a off-brand door Ring camera on every house.
Yeah, you on camera more than you not. When you walk out your
Yeah.
front door, you are on camera more than you not now.
Yep.
And
Yep.
did you see the text message? Did you see the text message you sent to the stripper though?
Nah, what's she say?
Where did this come from?
Yeah,
Harpo.
her phone. She sent text message to the stripper. She went back and forth with the stripper before it happened.
Harpo, where you got this information from?
I got a
So
source.
don't tell me no random
He said
person
I got
on
a
social
source.
media. Don't you tell me about no random ass person now. Because them
I
damn
don't know the
police was
person.
not playing with y'all asses today in their press conference. They gave
Oh, yeah.
you everything they knew.
Hey, and Buddy was clean. Buddy had a powder blue pink suit, pink salamander suit. Buddy
Come on,
clean.
man.
And he
Nah,
made
but-
sure, don't mess my name up. Let me spell
Yep.
it for you.
Yeah. Now that's the part that they didn't release, but they saying that's the part that they don't want to release. That's how they know she lying. They said that's when they knew she was lying. Is the part when they said about the text message they're not going to release, they had already been released, and that's what
I
they
ain't
didn't
know
want to do.
Harpo, but I gotta do some more research on that. I'm gonna stick with alleged because my
That's a good
business card
idea.
won't stay good until I research stuff. I don't like to speak on nothing that I don't have some kind of concrete nuts. But I will tell you that daggone press conference, if her parents would still believe in her before then, they need to get it together now.
They're gonna have
They
to
was
move.
just trying to
gonna
save
have to
face.
move.
They knew what happened, and they was just trying to save face and also have the back of their daughter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You think they knew what happened after she returned home? Because I'm
I
gonna
think
tell
when
you,
she
when
returned
she
home.
was
I think they
missing.
probably figured it out a couple hours in.
I think when she
Well, I'm
returned
gonna
home.
tell you, if that was acting, they need to be on the next episode of Law and Order. Ain't no that acting can't be that damn good. Like that acting, like nah, I don't know. I think they really felt that their daughter was missing. Now, when she got home, they might have went into the war room and said, "Let's tighten up the story, tighten
Right.
up." Nah,
Right,
Now
this
what
is
they
what
say
we
they
gonna
doing
take
now?
that back because that story don't have no help. That
No, that's what they
story
doing now.
was so bad, it wasn't even close to being calculated. That
It
story
was-
was shooting off the hip.
They
This
said
is
they
what
trying
it,
to do
this
a
is when I
follow-up
knew
interview.
it was.
They
it
trying
was
to do a follow-up
weakening.
interview now, but they declining that.
It's like after the third goddamn police person, they be asking these law enforcement consultants, and these law enforcement consultants is like,
Ain't got no more drink.
I don't know, man.
Mine low too.
It's a lot of holes in this motherfucker. I just hate that she felt like she had to do that. And at 25, why not just say, "Hey, man, I'm gone for the weekend.
Yeah, he left you for a stripper.
I'm gone for the weekend. I'm out."
Yeah, man.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He left you for a stripper.
You know what? It's so crazy because y'all know when I do my shows, y'all know I do them on Sundays. So we spoke on this situation before all this came out, and I've already had people hit me up. It's like, y'all really spoke on that well, and I was like, I'm glad because we didn't know what was gonna come out, but we were damn accurate with our assumptions on Sunday.
Right.
So,
I mean, it's certain shit like I said, on the side of the interstate, you saw a baby, you get out to help the baby, and somebody snatch you.
and
That's
you
a
the
lot
only
of-
person that seen the baby.
That's a lot of moving parts.
Look, nobody else saw the baby but you. And you saw how busy that highway was?
Right.
You know how many people would have called and said they saw that baby?
Right. Matter of fact, you wouldn't have been the first person to stop. And you definitely wouldn't have been the only person to stop.
So
You know what? I hate to say it because it's so shown up as a hope, but I was hanging on to a possible mental break. And then, like, I hate to say that I almost wished it was that more. Like,
would've
you
rather
had
that.
a mental break, you thought you saw a baby, and this is what you felt like you thought this happened. But then the way it's starting to shape up, it really looks like a bad hoax. And she couldn't control that train. And she didn't realize your family loved the hell out of you. And they
Okay.
were going to go through hell and high water to get you back. And they had people, and let me just say this, because I didn't speak for some people that can't speak. You know what I'm saying? I got people who got real live relatives missing right now. And this has really ripped a hole in their heart. and because of who they are, what they got going on, they literally can't really speak on it. But it's like, yo, it's people out here, families really going through that, and these resources that was put towards you in that quick manner is an embarrassment, yo.
Right.
So do you think, and this can be a personal issue about, because technically we had that, which is borderline mental issues, depending on where they swing.
Somebody's got some mental issues.
And then with the guy that happened on Greystone, they said little mental issues. Could be possible mental issues. Are these signs of we need to take mental issues more serious because of the Me Too movement? You know, we kind of slacked off a little bit.
You keep bringing up the Me Too movement. I don't think one guy
that shit in like a little goddamn.
The Me Too movement, because you hear
like I was like a to the side punch real quick. I didn't know where he was going.
No, because there's a lot of people that say they got this and this and this only because they see other people benefit, whether it be attention, likes, dislikes.
I get what you're saying videos. In that aspect.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like this.
I got what you're saying. So, are people riding the mental health wave? No, I think that mental health, I think that things that people are going through is very, very much real. I think that there is an increase because there's an imbalance in our food, our air, our whole environment got people imbalanced. Like it really is a real thing. But I do think that people can lean on it. And if I was her parents and if I was her, I'd be leaning on that thing.
Oh, she need to check in somewhere. She need to check in.
I would be leaning on it like this.
Right. She need to be in the Three Rivers, whatever the equivalent of the Three Rivers is.
Leaning on the arms of the Lord. I can't remember how
I would be like, I saw something that obviously wasn't there, and I need to get help for it.
Okay.
As far as like with mental health, is so many barriers that you gotta decipher with mental health. First off, if this person is a grown adult, they've never been diagnosed, how would they know that they're suffering from a mental health issue?
True.
Second thing is, you need people to point you in the right direction. If you're having a mental health issue, your decision making is compromised, obviously. In our community, we spend so much time saying, oh, that's just Johnny, just don't fuck with Johnny. You know what I'm saying?
He's a little touched.
You know what I'm saying? He's a little touched.
Everybody knows little touch.
Everybody know he's something.
Somebody touched a little brain, a little soft spot when the baby was born. What does a little touch mean? Why does he say that? Somebody was playing with that spot when that baby came out. They were like,
said, don't burp him right there. You don't burp him like that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to touch that little soft spot right there when they first come out. They end up touched.
Y'all ain't shit.
That's how they. I ain't gonna say. I'm about to say how they join the community, but I'm just playing. I didn't.
But then the third thing and the most important thing is you have to have the resources. Now, don't get it twisted. We in South Carolina, there are resources, but everywhere ain't okay. We in Columbia. Even everywhere in South Carolina don't have the resources to deal with that shit. So again, you got to be diagnosed.
That's the soft spot. Don't get me.
You got to be diagnosed.
Soft spot that baby touchdown.
You got to have family members in the support system.
Boy in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm about to say now that's a what you call it? That's a double entendre.
Well, every little boy in Atlanta got his soft
spot. Touched in the soft spot.
Yeah. I'll leave it alone.
I ain't fucking with y'all, man. Y'all ain't shit.
That's gotta be where that damn saying came from. Because you know the baby little, everybody know that to touch that baby right there. Everybody know that's not you don't you gloss over it, put a little water, slick the little hair back, but you don't touch that little spot right there.
But everybody touch it because everybody know where it's at. You know it's right there. Why you touching it? You telling people not to touch it?
It's a pressure point. Once they hit that button, they go to another way. They form to another direction.
And I know we make it light because sometimes you just gotta laugh because sometimes this shit in life, some things you just cannot make up. Like we all went on the roller coaster ride with Carly Russell. And I really, really hope she gets the help she needs.
If
Whatever
Carly
she's
Russell,
going to escape in life.
Charlie Russell.
I said, no, if Carly Russell had the gift of foresight, if she knew today on what was going to happen, if she knew on Thursday what was going to happen today, that shit wouldn't have happened.
If she would have took her ass home.
I think that she thought she could just rile up her loved ones, but she didn't realize that every now and then they give a damn about a black woman. Every now and then, media decides today will not be the day that we ignore this story.
And
she
picked a damn lottery for that.
Somebody made a good point. They said of all the stories going around, why that one? Like all the stories picked just in general.
But you know, I had a friend questioning that too. You can't never. There's no formula to what goes viral. You know what I'm saying? There really isn't. Like you look at one story, you be like, why everybody talking about this and not talking about this? Why everybody talking about this? Why that? It's literally no. This goes back from years ago. Ain't no different than I would take it back on your ass. Why did Rosa Parks be so much of an issue versus all the other people that got arrested? It just comes a point of time where it's just that one story. It may have happened 100,000 times, but this one story just get to churning and get all up in everybody, you know, whatever.
Well, they
but
said
I'm gonna
that.
tell you when I knew it was going left, y'all. I'm gonna tell you. When they first put all them pictures out of Carly, she was all cute and this.
Yep.
And then when they showed that picture with her, that wigless picture, I said they know something about her and they done with her. The media has officially turned on Carly Russell.
They showed that bad pic of her.
Oh, shit.
I saw that picture. Every picture I saw of her, she was pretty as she wanted to be.
She was.
And when that picture came and she ain't had no wig on, nothing, I said, oh, they done with her ass. The media will flip on you, and when the media flip on you, they treat you like a dog, boy.
She had 2 dookie braids in the back. There might have been 1 dookie braid.
They was that.
Yeah.
Yo, they did her. They listen. The media, when the media love you, they treat you good. When the media turn on you, oh my God! And the media was sick of her at that point. They like, we did 40 hours straight coverage on your lying monkey ass. That's what they wanted to say. They couldn't say it. I said for them, your lying monkey ass. We did 48 hours straight on you, and now I'm about to put you on there with them dookie braids. Now I'm gonna tell the world what you really look like.
So they had that picture the whole time. They didn't want to do it like that.
They wanted to make sure it was certified she wrong before they released that picture. But remember, she a nurse. Like, she got money.
Well, she's in nursing school. She worked at a spa.
But she said, all right, so the message that she texted the stripper, she said, I'm rich. She didn't say rich.
I ain't going off these fake ass messages. I don't even know if they're real or not.
But I want to ask y'all this before we go out, though, because we both on the same. Venom, you're a little more ahead of us going up this achievement scale, but we going up through the podcast. When you say the media will turn on you,
right?
How do you deal with the media turn on you? Whether it's local, whether it's hood, whether it's friends, whether it's family. Like, how do you do that? Because there's a lot of people, like somebody across the street just might get a big promotion, and then his friends and family turn on him, and all that shit go to mental health. So do you?
Let me just say this number one rule that I give any of my clients, any of my friends, when it comes to social media.
Oh shit!
I
unmuted myself. I don't need you. The best way to deal with social media is ignore it and let it go. Because either you confront it, tell your truth, and move on. Because what's going to happen is, like right now, we talk about Carly Russell. If her or her parents would have went ahead and released a statement that she was sorry, that she was wrong, she had a lapse of judgment, a lapse of mental health or whatever, in about 3-4 days, we done moved on to another story. The longer they stay silent, the longer we're going to keep talking about it. So like in any situation, if somebody come at you on social media or bait you on social media, I always tell everybody, do not respond back. The sooner that they can move on, but once you respond back, you gave it a little bit more life. You put a little bit more life into it.
That's all right. Now I'm gonna contradict what my brother said.
Mm-hmm.
My brother said the reason why Ja Rule lost is because he never fired back at 50. He took a while to fire back at 50.
But see, that's okay. Salute to 50.
I mean,
50 is an opportunist.
social media.
50 is an opportunist, though. He's an opportunist. Yep. Okay. When we look at the story on a surface level, it sounds like, oh, Ja ain't fire off, right? But the truth is, if you really look at what's going on, Murder Inc. had a lot going on. And Murder Inc. in itself was dealing with Fed charges, this and that. They were fighting for their life over there. Giant.
You know that now, though. But at that moment, I'm talking about that moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying this at that moment, that's what was going on. So 50 Cent capitalized off of that, and everybody look at it. Oh, he just killed Ja. Ja had time to worry about that. Your CEO was getting locked up. Y'all offices was being tore apart. So while 50 was on some childish shit, Ja Rule was dealing with grown up shit right now.
Yeah, accounts being seized and whatnot.
Right, but if you would have put the timeline together and people looked at the timeline, Ja Rule ain't had time for 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? So while he want to have his little war, they was fighting for their life over here. They ain't had time for that. So 50 capitalize off it. It's cute.
But I was just saying, what you were saying, like I said, we're going up into a different stratosphere, so to not respond is not always the right answer.
But that's hip hop. That's a bad.
Even that podcast. Let's say you say something on our show, not your show, our show. Somebody takes it and be like, "Hey, Venom, you was wrong about this shit." You said on their podcast.
You want to know what the truth would be? I'm gonna tell you the truth because I have clients that's out there like that, and I'll tell you exactly what the truth would be. If somebody took it and they felt like I was wrong, if they got more followers than me, if they got more streams than me, hell yeah, I'm coming for their neck. I'm coming stomping like this.
Stomping like the big dogs.
But if they got 50 people on their page, no, I ain't got time for that. But if they got 1 million people, oh, I'm coming stomping. I'm coming howling, screaming, all that stuff because bring all your people to me. Because I literally had that happen to one of my clients, and they came at her, and my first advice was, you got millions. She got 57 or so thousand followers. You got millions of followers. The moon don't bark at the dog.
Damn,
oh my God. Oh my God. Let me tell you how it's so funny. I'm thinking it's my daughter is just sending me kissy emojis. Like text messages, kissy emojis.
I don't want to find out Smitty got you missing in the morning.
Oh shit!
Nah, I had that little pink heart on it. That thing. The kissy emojis that keep coming through my phone. It's probably heavenly, but it say your name.
Somebody out there impersonating Smitty.
Cause it's jumping on my thing. But that's what I'm saying. So like I said, if they are underneath me, I'm not gonna give them no more light. But I promise you, I would bite off of some of theirs if they want it.
That's real, and that's a calculated way to respond. That's how you should respond.
So how do you deal with if you got two guests that don't fuck with each other, but like you the neutral on your show?
Starring.
And how do you fuck with a guest not really fucking with you all the way?
Well, I've never experienced that, or they was really good actors or actresses. I don't know. I think I've never really been in that position. I think that most people work with me. I ain't really like that person. Like I don't really have that type of bad blood like anywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? I try not to like do nothing like that to anybody, but I would challenge that. If somebody did want to go spar, they better do their homework first. Because they better know one thing about me. I only speak on things that I know. So if I'm talking, that means I have done my due diligence. If I'm quiet, like y'all start talking about sports and stuff, I'm gonna sit back and be like this. And then when y'all
I'll
get
see
to the
you.
years that I've been was
Yeah.
paying attention to it, and I knew
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, then I get to talking again. But y'all start going back in the day, I don't know. But I know the years that I paid attention. I know the years when I know the quarterback swapping and the stats and all of that. So when you get to the years I know, I'll be like this, okay. Yeah, but now that's not what happened because I knew I was paying attention then.
But
Yeah,
that's
now
the thing.
I
You
done seen
got
you
so
do
many
that.
people now that speak out of turn anyway. They speak for the sound bites. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a situation where you control your guests. You shouldn't have anybody on that is not fucking with you. Unless they on like some promo shit and they got a publicist that was like, I need you to do this show.
I want y'all to meet my baby. See my baby?
What up though? He like, what the fuck is going on here? Like a little
Yeah.
pig.
Yeah, that sound like. I'm about to say it sound like Smitty.
You hear him right? That
Yeah.
bulldog now. Like everybody
That's
want a Frenchie, but what they don't know is they make so much noise. It's you always know they around. They always snorting, snooting.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's how Smitty get them brownies. He ain't gonna leave the 40. He'll leave do something else.
Y'all so crazy, man. What else we got on the way out?
Now you hear him. Now he all
wanted to ask
excited.
you about-
He like being on camera now. Now he all excited, trying to get back up here with his little fat self.
No, I just wanted to ask you about your podcast journey
Okay.
because I used to talk to you a lot. I don't talk to you as much as I used to, but just message wise about your journey and the steps you are taking, and then whatever you tell me, like I take it and I try to morph it for us. So, where do you want your podcast to go, and the steps that you're in right now to get it to whatever direction you're going in?
I want my streaming up. So I think we're strongest on people wanting to watch the videos and the reels and the clips. I want to be that podcast that the people who are commuting, they popping their iPads on, they on the trains. I want to start being that go-to podcast. Every day I'm always trying to figure out a different way, a different lane, somewhere else to get into. I enter podcast competitions. I want to add, I will tell you what I am going to add. I want to add like this component like y'all do. Because one thing, like with my husband having so many celebrity clients, I can get way more celebrities doing this right here. If I could do the streaming versus the in-person. But yeah, I mean, I want to see millions of views. Matter of fact, that's was on my list of what success was like to me. Millions of views. Hands down.
Shit, the mute button and the hair at the same
No,
time.
that was me.
Yeah, that's y'all over there.
Yeah, that's me. But that's what it is, man. At the end of the day, I feel like you definitely got it. You have been putting on. I mean, you ain't new at this shit. You were just morphing into what the new reality of entertainment is. You know what I'm
She a
saying?
legendary icon at this.
Absolutely. Do I feel like me and my brother could carry a successful high level podcast? If you want to
Thank you, Alicia.
go fund us,
Namaste.
you know what I'm saying? I feel like we could do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we could bring. Because my thing is, I don't want to do the typical interview. Yeah, there you go. Like, I don't want to do the typical interview. The best thing about celebrities is the human factor.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can bring celebrities to the human factor. Like, I don't know if you've ever watched Hot Ones. It's the Hot Wing podcast where they eat wings.
Some parts of it where they be eating the chicken wings and they asking questions in between, and definitely ingenious.
So genius because that shit is so hot, it take the fake right up out you.
And on top of the fact that some reason we have an obsession of watching people eat. I don't know what that is. It's very, very weird. It's a weird American thing, definitely. But we like to watch people eat food. I don't know why. That's why we got a whole network called the Food Network. You get to watch people eat food you'll never in your life get to come across. Y'all go crazy. They be sitting there watching it like, damn.
You know what? I don't do a lot of mukbangs, but you know what my train wreck shit is on the internet?
What's that?
Dr. Pimple Popper. Dr. Pimple
Yeah.
Popper.
Oh, he said Black Pimple Pumper. He been watching X
Okay,
videos
okay,
with
okay.
mixed with.
This
I
is a
watched
good
him
one.
too.
This is a good one. Guilty pleasure that you watch on YouTube. Go. He's Dr. Pimple Popper. What you got?
Yeah.
I'm probably the same, but on TikTok.
Okay, yeah. So let me tell y'all, my new fave is Judge Judy. I used to not
hate that
like
bitch.
her. Listen.
No,
I used to not like her. I used to be like, why is she like that? But the older I've gotten and the more dislike I've gotten for people, I am starting to 100% understand her. But now when I watch it, I call them bullshit with her. I'm like, bullshit, get out there. I'm like, I'm feeling her. I'm feeling like back in the day, she's like, she just rude for no reason. No. She is not tolerating the BS and the people just coming up with the lie. And now that I'm older and I can see the lies coming, I be with her too. Like, I love what you're. That's my favorite.
So what the fuck is that, lady?
My dad
I'm
is
in
trying to watch that
contempt.
bitch every day. I can't
Judge
stand
Judy,
it. They watch it
Paternity
every
Court, and tomorrow. I watch
do a little bit of
on YouTube.
I do a little bit of the paternity court type shit.
Lauren Lake is my auntie, man.
Yeah, I do. Paternity court it's funny that niggas is using excuses from the 1920s as to why that baby ain't theirs. They
That baby
still
got a
doing it.
big toe. I got a little toe. Ain't no big toes in my family.
That baby don't look nothing like me. That baby is 1 year old. He don't look like nobody.
That baby look like Michael Jackson, baby. That Michael Jackson, baby. It's one on there say that Donald Trump, baby. I said, what? You got on TV and said that with your stupid ass.
They told me I couldn't have kids when I was 17. You said the doctor told you that? No, my mama did.
My mama told me that. No, it was one. This dude and gaslight this chick so bad that she wanted a maternity test because she felt like because the baby didn't look like either one of them, like really, really red. She done got to the point that he done gaslight her so bad that she felt he was switched at birth. So she wanted a maternity test as well. She was so broken down. That man had nagged her. See, that's why you don't need no more. That man had bit in her ear so hard. And she's looking at this baby, and people out in the street would come to her and be like, that ain't your baby. So she done got to the point that she started thinking maybe it really isn't my baby.
That is crazy.
I said, how you let a nigga gaslight you to the point of what came out of you that you questioning it?
Hey, what
that
up,
shit's
DJ
crazy.
Money? Hey, I want to ask you, Venom, on the way out, seriously. Your favorite guest thus far?
On my show?
On the way out. Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm going to tell you, like, on my first instinct, oh, God, there's so many, though. I mean, my first instinct is, like, Fabo, because, like, he is just
That's a good interview. That was a great interview. And he was deeper than I thought he would be.
And he been to the show twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
He comes to the show every time he comes in town. So salute to Fabo. And his song is about to hit 25 years, so look out for his 25-year tour. But I'm gonna tell you, I really like Bubba too. Bubba's interview was slept on because like way more in the beginning of the show, and I really need to bring more clips of him. But as my South Carolina people, favorites. Oh my God, every show is just so unique, and everybody. I love when the people surprise me. I love like when I don't know what I'm gonna get, and I get this whole lot of personality. I think that a lot of the artists, this gives them an opportunity to open themselves up and not just do the regular. I'm from here. I started rapping when I was 10, and I made my first song at 15. It gives them an opportunity to like mix them up. But I think I'm gonna give it to this. My Baltimore invasion.
Yeah, you had a lot of them.
Interviews. I had to get 6 people in under 40 minutes, and I was rotating them Negroes out them chairs, but they were all entertaining. For each one of their time, they did. I thought it was so entertaining, and we was just rotating them like this.
That's when it's good. When you got control of the show and you got a lot of moving parts.
You know,
that's
it's
always
about my color because that's what most people tell me. If one thing I say that makes the cosign strong is a lot of people say the way I guide the show, the way I keep the subjects moving, the way I know when it's time, it's time. We don't drug it out.
I don't believe that. You done ended me. I had good jokes at the end. You gotta go.
You waited too long to get started.
If anybody watch the show, go back to the last one we was on. I was rolling. I was on a roll, and she said, "We gotta go." Bing! And that shit was over.
I watched the time, baby. You ain't gonna have me sitting up there editing. You better stay within my time frame.
I feel offended, man. She didn't even put us on there. She didn't even give us a sidebar, a side note, a damn kudos.
Get out your feelings, cuz. Fuck your feelings, cuz.
Man, it's mental health. It's mental health. I'm about to go kidnap.
The hardest thing is trying to come up with 1 minute clips. Because I want to do more, but our conversations be so good. It's like you want to be able to lead up a little bit and then drop the thing. And it's really hard finding 1 minute out of those clips. I ain't gonna lie to you. I struggle with that all the time.
When I do it, TikTok muted anyway, so I don't give a fuck no more. I just be like, man, fuck it. TikTok mute me every time.
Yeah.
TikTok is a hater. Fuck TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is definitely internet criminals.
Yeah.
They criminals.
A lot too. Don't feel bad. They muted one of our clips.
They done muted about 6 of ours. They done muted about 6 of ours.
But you know, you gotta brush up on your Chinese, cuz.
Man, fuck that. Give me some sweet and sour chicken and some fried
I think that was Japanese.
All right, listen. All right, we about to trade in some dangerous sandstorm.
Oh yeah, if we ever if we gonna be famous, it's gonna be because he said some fuck shit.
Damn.
It's gonna be because of him.
My facial expression changed just now. Damn.
he keep calling little people the other word. He don't care.
I ain't about to have the Asian and the pan, what they call them, the pan people coming after me.
Yeah. Now we are all about equal rights and all of that other shit around here at the bottom of the podcast.
The jokes. Equal rights mean equal jokes.
They don't.
I agree with that too.
This world work no more.
I agree with that too, though.
Hey, DJ Moni, the risque DJ. Ooh, what that mean? You DJing like some lingerie or something?
And she does.
And she does. Yeah.
She's a DJ in Vegas.
That's when your name is on point. That's how you know when your name is on point. When I can look at your name and I already see the brand. Because first thing I thought, you gotta have it pop into some lingerie. You're gonna be risque. I love it.
Yeah, she had some wings on. She was like a Victoria's. Like she be doing her thing now.
I like it. She could definitely be a Mixin' Vixen back in the day, couldn't she?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Because y'all know I had one Mixin' Vixen, Divine Martino. I had a female DJ, and I was building my Vixen empire. I was about to add female artists. I was about to have a Vixen empire.
You about to remix it?
And there she go.
Ooh, she said, I'm a Playboy Bunny. I'm all about that life. I might have to get her for the Vixen reunion.
I think it's a good idea. And she has ties to Colombia.
Yeah, she tied to Colombia. Moni, I hook you up. Remember that. I hook you up.
Hey, if I bring you on the podcast, you gonna wear some lingerie?
She did on ours.
Yep, she did on ours.
Okay. Sound like a bookend. I love it. Sound like a bookend.
But there's another story behind that. But yeah, she cool though. She cool. Matter of fact,
y'all should see how my doggy over here. I just want you to know my dog goes to bed at 9:30 every night. So he's like right here looking at me like, what we doing?
Oh no, we about to get up out of here right now, man. Look,
we got to get up out of here.
As always, we appreciate you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no.
What y'all want some last
words or something? Her like last. Oh, you want to go ahead? Go ahead with your last.
I didn't know what y'all doing. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all doing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because this is messing up.
Real brand new.
This is another episode of the Bottom of the Bottle Show. Special shout out to our family, our podcast brethren and sisterin and all of that. Big shout out to Smitty Go Getter. We never gonna leave him out. But
Yeah, Smitty
this
one
is your
foot.
solo. This is
Smitty
your
1 foot.
30 to 60-second rant on whatever you want to do, and it's on you.
Okay, I'm making kissy faces at my dog. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's just looking at me like, "Let's go to bed, bitch. Let's go." Uh, I wish y'all could see him right now. But anyway, no. I don't really have much to rant about. You know, it's been this. You know, Carly Russell that took the win out of everybody right now,
For
and
sure.
you know, every time we think that we're not gonna get that level of attention, you know, the media likes to surprise us. So, you know, stop playing these games, man. Be 100. If you got something not right and off in your life, it's time to fix it. Let me tell you something. I've been reading. I read and I meditate. I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all follow me know that. My son made a joke the other day. He knocked on the door, looked for some ketchup. I came downstairs. I found some ketchup. He said, I knew you could meditate. I knew you would manifest that, Mom. Okay. People that know me, I'm big on manifestation, okay? But I'm saying that to say there's always cause and effect in everything that people do. So you can either be the master of the cause or the slave to the effect.
Hard.
So that's something I wanted to put out there. Take some time and think about it. But remember, we're always reacting to effects all the time. So at one point in time, are you going to be the cause in your life, or are you going to keep having to always be a reaction? You feel me? So that's my last words for y'all.
Indeed, man. Carolina, what you gonna tell the people? I booted his ass out again.
Damn.
This nigga don't
I
fuck.
don't know what's in your cup tonight, but you need to pour
Hey, look, I'm hot now.
You need to
he
pour
don't
that.
fuck with me. He don't fuck with me. See, all right. Once again, always, network is superpower. Hit Venom up. Shit, 2 days ago, like, hey, you want to do the show? She like, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's go. You know, that's the power of knowing somebody gonna fulfill that spot that you asked. Like, you know, people be like, hey man, you hooked me up with this, you hooked me up with that, and then when it happened, you know, there's a no-show. And you know, that speaks volumes of the person that referred you, or the person that took a chance to say, hey, this person right here, a good dude. And when people don't show up, it's just a bad reference. So I appreciate her coming on here, showing us love. We've been on her show. She's been on our show. We're gonna get her back on here again, a little more frequently, because we're gonna try to change up, man. I know we have a lot of guests that have businesses, have music, and have all types of other stuff going on, but we're gonna get back to the open conversation because a lot of people like our open conversations on our platform. Not to say we're not gonna have the guests of high caliber. It's just the open conversation because we feed into the comments. That makes a big difference. Podcasts aren't feeding into the comments. I ain't gonna lie to you. We doing it. There's not many podcasts doing where they feed into the conversation, showing your posts, making it feel like you into the podcast, even though you're not on screen. That's what we thrive on. That's why our show is not scripted, because we always shoot to the comments. Like, we can't, if we shoot the comments and show something and the guests say something, we got to roll with that. So that's part of our evolution, man. That's how we getting better. Once again, I want to thank Venom. She's been down with us for what, 3 years now? 2 years now?
As long as we've been doing this shit.
Yeah. On camera, off camera, she give us pointers. Smitty, on camera, off camera, he give us pointers. The Metro Music Awards, if we don't win, I hope they win. Regardless, if they win, I'm going on stage. I don't care. I'm going on stage.
We run it out there. Let's run it out there.
Hey, and if we win, I expect her to stand up. Put it like that. If we win, I expect her to stand up at the same time. Like, that's the networking with a superpower type shit, man. You don't look down on nobody. If somebody help you get there, we all gonna get there. I appreciate her. Damn sure I want to have her back before the end of August.
You see his face?
He right in the camera too, like, hey, look at
Yo, he's like, I'm telling you, this 9:30 on the dog getting his crate, and he looking at me like, Mama, if you don't take your ass upstairs, so I can go ahead and get in my crate.
He said, who that nigga on that TV? Who that nigga on that
Who that nigga on that nag?
Y'all so crazy, man. Look, it's been another wonderful show, man. Like I said, for the people that stopped in, Alicia, a big friend to the podcast.
Alicia, she hung in like Sis, salute you, yo. You hung in, and I hope you get a chance to check out the DaCosign podcast sometime too. And
Absolutely.
I
And
think we're way more ratchet than these guys. So if you want to go to
Whoa,
and
what
salsa,
you say? What you
she
say?
said they way more ratchet.
oh yeah, we way more ratchet.
Because you cut me off when I was on your show.
You know what? Don't worry. I'm about to reschedule your ass. I'm about to reschedule your ass, and I'm gonna sit back and let you say what the
You
hell
cut
you want to
me
get off your
off.
chest. I'm okay.
You about to get cut off again, cuz. Again,
The reschedule is coming.
the bottom of the bottom podcast, man. We here every Wednesday at 8:35 Eastern Standard Time, and we in the moment, man. If there's things going on in the world, we try to hit those subjects. Again, like my brother said, we definitely in the comments. The show is not as good a show without y'all watching. We appreciate y'all. We like to add to it. We like to put y'all on front, and it's just as much about y'all as it is about us. Even more so about y'all. So that's what we here for, man. It's been another dope show. And y'all check out the DaCosign podcast on Facebook. And where else can they catch you at, Venom?
YouTube, Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud. Yeah, I think I covered the majority of the bases.
So, DaCosign, that's DaCosign, Run it back in slow motion if you ain't hear me. I did spell it right. Outside of that, man, until the next time,
my name is
y'all be easy.
USHRAYM.
We gone.